日本時間5月9日、米国時間5月8日、トロント、ブルージェイズはロサンゼルス、エンゼルスに勝利し、連敗を止めた。打線はわずかに得点に終わったものの、ディラン、シースが圧巻の投球を披露、10奪三振を記録し、エンゼルス打線を完全に封じ込めた。この日、最も存在感を放った野手は岡本和真だった。3回には西二塁からセンター前へ先制打を放ち、守備でも鋭い打球を冷静に処理。現地解説陣は、攻守両面でチームを支える存在、と絶賛した。さらにブルペン陣も安定感を見せ、ジェフ・ホフマンは最速99マイルの速球で相手打線を圧倒。終盤をしっかり締め、シースの好投を勝利へとつなげた。一方で、ブルージェイズ打線には依然として課題も残る。この日も得点圏であと1本が出ず、多くの走者を残した。しかしシュナイダー監督は、打席内容は良くなっている。正しい球を触れている。と前向きに評価した。その中で岡本は、着実にメジャーへの適応を進めている。打撃だけでなく守備面でも成長を見せる日本の主砲。ブルージェイズの新たな中心として、その存在感は日に日に大きくなっている。この後、番組ではシースの投球分析や岡本の守備シーンなどが詳しく紹介される。ぜひ最後までご覧いただきたい。
Kazuma Okamoto opened the scoring in the third inning with a single back up the middle in a two-strike count. Kaz, how does your approach change with two strikes?
ツーストライクで打点上げたと思うんですけど、どういうふうにしてアプローチしましたかと、その打席。
いやもうなんとか前に飛ばそうと思ってたんで、ヒットになってよかったです。
I was just trying to hit the ball forwards, and yeah, I'm glad made good contact on it.
There was a real patience and persistence to the plate appearances in the early going. How important is it to carry that approach forward?
打席ごとにフォアボールとか取ったりとか、ペーシェントアプローチでいってると思うんですけど、今日の試合どうでしたか？フォアボールも取ったりとかして、ペーシャントアプローチでいってると思うんですけど、どういうふうにして試合に臨みましたかと今日。
いやもういつもと同じ準備をして、いいパフォーマンスができるように取り組んでます。はい。
Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm doing my research, preparing every game, and making sure that I look through the scouting report on the pitcher, and it turned out really good today.
I think everyone wants to know, Kaz, what was in the pregame quesadilla?
試合前のケーサディアどうでしたかと。
今日はちょっと食べてないんですけど、また食べたいなと思います。
I actually didn't have my pregame quesadilla today, but yeah, I'll have it tomorrow.
All right, maybe you'll homer tomorrow when you have it. Thanks, Kaz.
ありがとうございます。
So Okamoto's getting free buckets of electrolytes. The guys up in the broadcast booth are getting free quesadillas. Barker and I are getting diddly squat.
Nothing.
So we have empty stomachs as we send it up to the guys with full bellies, Dan Schulman and Caleb Joseph.
We approve of the whole quesadilla thing that's going on now. They were really, really good, and you know what? He's been really, really good.
He's a player playing with a ton of confidence, Dan, and it's been really fun to watch his adjustment this quickly to the big leagues. They moved him back in the box, and he has just really taken off. And it's a lot to come over from Japan and expect to really produce right out the gate. It was a slow start, but this is a player that is really continuing to hit repeat button in an offense that is struggling. A lot of times you've got guys trying to figure things out, but he is in repeat mode, and his defense has been eye-opening for me. His movements are great. This is a play that could have saved the turning point of the game. If that ball gets down the line, the Angels are in business. They are rolling right in the middle of their lineup. Cease loves it. His defense has been something to watch, but watching him adjust so quickly offensively has been great. He is really the backbone of this offense right now. Even though 27's hitting well, he's the thunder and thump behind it, and when he provides that type of protection, maybe it will give Vladdy some more pitches to hit. Add Barger into this.
Right.
Blue Jays might be up to something.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the lineup looks like tomorrow, Jamie, because, again, presumably Addison Barger will be on the roster and in the lineup with a righty on the mound for the Angels tomorrow, but that's a matter for tomorrow. For tonight, the Blue Jays have snapped their losing streak.
That they have. It ends at 4, and Okamoto was a significant reason why. Not just with the bat, but with the glove too, Kevin.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they found their cleanup hitter all of a sudden, right? The adjustments he's made offensively, the things he's trying to do, just when it comes to covering the entire plate. You know, you mentioned offensively, he keeps it in the zone, right? He thinks a little bit right center with 2 strikes. You can tell he's a little bit more centered. Not trying to rotate as much. Just get it in the zone as quick as you can. And right there, work from the ground up, right? You work from the ground up. You can pick and grin a little bit. He's got a strong arm. He's got an accurate arm. He can move around over there, right? You got to trust the arm, right? Set your feet, make a strong throw, follow your throw. That kind of thing, and hit the guy in the chest, which is what he's doing. I was always under the impression if you're a hitter first and you're hitting, all of these things will take care of itself. Look where he fields the ball, right? He fields it on that one side, his right side of his leg, where he can just raise the ball, throw it. It's not having to change it from one leg to the other. It's just little internal things that he's figured out just to make him that much little better when it comes to how quickly he's releasing the baseball, because he does have a strong arm. So finding the cleanup hitter, all of a sudden now you must have him or must see him on the defensive side. All of a sudden, the dude's a really good player.
Yes, indeed, he is. And
for now, let's shift the focus back to baseball. Jamie mentioned it. The offense outside of Kaz Okamoto remains an issue, but at least for one night, it didn't matter, right? Because Dylan Cease was
1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 8 on base. But you celebrate the win because Dylan Cease was that good, and he's the story. Let's hear from John Schneider now.
Is that the best version of Cease you've seen so far?
Yeah, pretty close. Maybe besides his first outing here. But total control. Spin was really good, obviously, and held velo all the way to the end. But really like how he was in the zone. I think he used everything kind of appropriately, you know, all 4 pitches today. And he was kind of in total control. That was an outstanding outing.
I know it's not as simple as just telling him to do it over again, but what is the secret to continuing that style?
Yeah, I think just tell him to do that. That would be great. But I think staying on the attack, to me, it comes down to those like 1 strike counts, you know, and just really staying in the zone as opposed to out of the zone, knowing that his stuff is good enough to get outs in the zone. And, you know, big double play there off of, you know, Trout running down the line with Kaz and Ernie. But I think just being in the zone more consistently and then expanding with 2 strikes.
John, before the game, you said how you'd like to see Cease go deeper into the game, be more efficient, even if it means cutting down on his strikeouts. But he had 14 pitches per inning and still had 10 strikeouts. Is that the best of both worlds for you?
Yeah, that's being efficient, and that's trusting your stuff in the zone, really. And then I think once you establish that, then you can kind of expand and get some chase. But yeah, that's when you're talking about a starting pitcher outing, that's about as best you can draw it up.
And in the dugout, seeing every play that needed to be made, nothing spectacular, but everything efficient. Is that what you also need to see?
Yes, absolutely. You know, just little things, you know, I mean, it's a hard double play to turn with a good runner. Like that's kind of, you know, the one that you really, really want to make, something we've been really good at over the years. And it's just keeping the game in order, really. It's just everyone kind of doing their part. So you can kind of keep the game where it is, give yourself a chance to add on whatever it may be. But yeah, that was a pretty good blueprint.
John, a couple times after starts, Dylan's talked about needing to be physical or wanting to be physical on the mound. When you hear that, what does that mean to you, and how do you see that?
I think that's more delivery oriented and probably talking about his lower half and using that right. You know, he's very aware of how he's moving and kind of a big time thinker when he's not when he's out there per se, but when he's working. So I think that's what it is. You know, being kind of synced up with his delivery.
Offensively, assume you probably like the way you guys wore out Detmers there, but where did you see maybe the gap getting to the damage beyond that?
You know, you look up and what was it, 6 walks or something through the first, you know, 3 and change or 4 and change. And I liked the way we approached them for sure. And I think today you just kind of missed the big hit, you know, whoever it was, you kind of just missed that, you know, bases loaded, you get a sac fly from Earn. You know, if that's a hit, it kind of breaks the game open a little bit, gives you a little separation. But I think just put ourselves in chances to score. And then again, you gotta come up with the big hit. But I like the way that we control the zone.
Does that discipline, will that if that's maintained, does that lead to damage eventually?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're swinging at the right pitch and you're swinging at it correctly, you're going to give yourself a good chance. And tonight was one of those things where there wasn't much to hit, right, with the walks, and he made some pitches to get us some jams. But I think that is what leads to it. When you put yourself in good counts and you swing at the right pitches, over time that kind of evens out. And if you're intense right, that's where the power comes.
John, it seems like Kaz is handling the hard grounders pretty well the last couple of weeks. Where have you seen the growth already in his defense?
Just his clock, you know what I mean? From the double play, knowing who's running, and then, the play down the line. I think it was Soler running and kind of taking his time. That's the biggest thing, is just the speed of the game and understanding where he is depth-wise and understanding kind of the tempo in which to play. But he's got good hands. Everything that is near him, he's pretty reliable. He's been that way since we saw him in spring training. So I think just understanding kind of the flow of the game, the speed at which he needs to play.
What is the preparation aspect of that clock? I'm sure veteran players just kind of in their head know this guy's going to be this fast, this guy's going to be this fast. But for a guy like him who's facing a lot of players he's never faced before, what is that like?
Yeah, it's a lot like when you're getting ready to face an opposing pitcher for the first time, where, you have to kind of see it, feel it, get a couple reps to understand the pace of it. But, we do as much as we can to kind of let him know, whether it's a guy's run time down the line or, kind of just highlighting, A, B, or C, if you will, in terms of tempo, in terms of urgency. But I think as he gets used to everything, really, you know what I mean, he'll kind of just pick that up.
Feels good. This one was better than the last one, so keep hopefully trending upwards.
Throwing as many sinkers and curveballs and changeups as you did today, just how different is this mix now than maybe what you've been doing in the past?
Yeah, I mean, it's if we're talking previous years, completely different. Even this year, I thought this was arguably the best mix, and it felt like my plus stuff with good command, really.
Did you make any tweaks in between starts? What would you credit the difference between this and last one?
The biggest focus I had was trying to keep my glove a little closer to my body. I feel like my arms were kind of getting long, so just try to stay compact, and that got me in a good rhythm.
Dylan, how do you go about replicating a start like this for your next time out?
I think just have another good work week, know what I need to focus on, and really just focus and have a good plan.
Dylan, usually pitch efficiency goes with fewer strikeouts, but is this a good balance for you, doing what you did, 97 pitches, 10 strikeouts?
Yeah, definitely. I think it comes down to executing, and sometimes you execute and they put it in play and they get hits, and sometimes you strike them out. So I'll take that level of execution 32 out of 32 times for sure.
I think you were 68% strikes tonight. Do you have a benchmark or a level to be in the zone that you're looking for?
No, not off the top of my head. It really, I guess it would be more feel. I know when I'm getting ahead and the ball's coming out good, and I know when it's not. So I didn't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I could have told you tonight was really good.
When you're having the type of success with the mix today as you did, when in an outing do you know, I can trust this pitch and this pitch is going to be good for me? Is that early? Do you have a sense in the bullpen? How does that go for you?
Yeah, I think that really depends. As the game goes and you start establishing things and you start kind of seeing what they're doing and how they're seeing it, sometimes you see opportunities for more spin or more heaters or whatever it might be. So a little bit of it is just, like you said, feel before the game or feel during it, but a lot of it's what the other team is showing you as well.
But historically, you've been really successful against Mike Trout. He's 3 for 15 all time against you. Is there a specific approach there, or anything you do differently, or just trust the stuff and get a big play behind you like that double play?
Honestly, the funny thing is, I was thinking about this the other day. I feel like every time I've pitched against him, I've had really good stuff and good feel. So I feel like I've always given him my best bullets, and I'm really just trying to be nasty because he's one of the greatest of all time. I think I really just try to give him my best stuff consistently.
How did you see the play Kaz made on that double play there?
I didn't even see it. It was a rocket. I mean, I look over and the ball was being thrown to second. I was just, I was elated. Very happy to see that. That was an unbelievable play.
今回も最後までご視聴いただき本当にありがとうございました。動画の内容を楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。もしよろしければ チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆さんの応援が今後の動画制作の大きな励みになります。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。